Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today we are once again participating in Middle Grade March. This is Madison.
Haven't seen me in a while.
Yeah, you guys have not seen Madison in a while. She hasn't really done any videos with me in a while, even though she's home all of the time. Today I'm going to participate once again in Middle Grade March. I didn't think I was going to share this video with you guys this year because I really didn't think anyone was very much interested in it. But last night I posted on Instagram the books that I hope to read for Middle Grade March, and a lot of you are participating, so I thought you might enjoy a video about it. Okay, so let me tell you guys, if you have no idea what I'm talking about, what Middle Grade March is. Do you remember what it is, Madison? You want to tell them what it is?
It's like a couple books. It can just be one book, but usually it's like a couple books that like are like middle grade,
yeah,
I guess, and you read them in the month of March.
Yeah.
It's like a challenge to finish them.
Yes, and I mean, basically to be involved in this, you need to just read a middle grade book. Middle grade books are anywhere from like 8 to 13 years old, basically, so it's a pretty wide range there. And this was started by Books and Jams, Life Between Words, and this year the Curly Reader is also hosting it or co-hosting it. So I will leave their links below and they will tell you a bit more about the challenge because they are actually the creators of this. But there are 5 challenges that you don't have to do, and actually I already picked my books.
It's falling.
And they're falling.
So many. Look at all these books she has.
I have quite, wait, no spoilers. I have quite a lot of books here. But the thing is, I picked out all of the books, and I actually, when I posted on Instagram last night, I said, these are the books I'm reading. I'm not doing any challenges. I'm just picking some of the books that I've been wanting to read for a while. But then this morning, I read what the challenges were, and I could pretty much apply all of the books to the challenges. So I just went ahead and did that. So I'll tell you what the challenges are, and then me and Madison will tell you the books that we chose. Okay, so one of the challenges is to pick a book that was published the year, or not the year, the decade that you were born. Another challenge is something that has to do with travel or adventure. That's pretty broad. And then the other one is a book that is either a retelling of a fairy tale or has fairy tale elements. Another one is a book that has a silhouette on the cover. And then the other challenge and final challenge was a book with strong family elements. All right, so let's start with the big book. The big book that we are going to be reading.
Both of us. I have the newer version. And
yes.
The older version.
I have like the original edition, I think, and Madison has the newer paperback.
It's so pretty. This is like my favorite cover.
Let us know in the comments below, okay? Which cover do you like better? They're both beautiful. All the Harry Potter books are so nicely done.
Back thing.
What do you, the back cover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine
okay,
has
here's the back. So
mine has the whole what's it called? Dumbledore's Army on the back.
Ah. 870 pages. Harry Potter and the Order of the Phoenix by J.K. Rowling, by the way, is the book that we have decided to read together in March. We're certainly not going to finish it in March.
I also have 870.
Okay. But this book I classified under the travel or adventure because Harry Potter is always an adventure. And we're excited to read this in March. So this is the book that we're going to be reading together.
Can I like put like a couple, like 2 books in the same category?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what's your other book?
I actually have the like regular version. So like I'm reading it like online.
Okay.
And it's called The Wild Robot by Peter Brown, and it's like about this robot, and like she was on a ship and like the ship crashed and stuff, and then like she was like the only robot that survived, and like everyone at the island thought she was a monster and stuff.
Oh, that's an interesting story. Okay, so that's another book that you're reading in March?
Yes.
All right, so what do you have that also under travel and adventure?
Yes.
Well, I also have a second book under travel and adventure, and that is The House of 100 Clocks by A.M. Howe. And this is about a girl and her father, I believe. And they are swept off to Cambridge, England. Her father is appointed to be a clock winder to one of the wealthiest men in England. And there's only one rule: the clocks must never stop. So Helena, who is the main character in the story, discovers the House of 100 Clocks holds many mysteries, a ghostly figure, strange noises, and stolen winding keys. Dun, dun, dun. Can she work out the house's secrets before time runs out? And I absolutely love the cover of this. I think it's so pretty. And it takes place in June of 1905. Mom. So I like books that are like historical.
What do you think?
By A.M. Howe. What do I think about what? I think
that she's good.
I feel like this might be like a time travel book. That would be fun.
I've never read a time travel book before.
Time travel books, you guys know if you've been watching any of my bookish videos, time travel is my favorite. So I'm hoping maybe it has something to do with time travel. And she has a parrot, that's a pet, really cute. So that is another travel and adventure pick for me.
One for the family thing.
The family, okay.
This book is called Stone Fox by John Reynolds Gardner, I think. That's what it looks like. And I have it under family because it's about this little boy named Willie, and his grandfather is like kind of sick, or like he's just kind of upset and he like won't get out of bed. So little Willie, he like his like dog participates in like one of like the sleigh dog races and stuff to earn him money.
Oh, so that sounds like fun.
He doesn't have to be sad anymore, and like little Willie does a lot of work so he can earn money and stuff.
That sounds like a good story. All right, well, my book that I picked for strong family elements, and it's funny because this book was actually recommended for this category by some of the other ladies who are hosting this, and that is The Vanderbeekers of 141st Street. This is by Karina Young-Glasser. I've attempted to read this book twice already, and now I'm listening to it on Audible and I'm getting through it rather quickly. It takes place the week before Christmas, and basically what happens is they are renting out a like townhome in Harlem. So their landlord refuses to renew their lease, which starts at the beginning of the year. So basically they find out the week before Christmas that by January 1st they need to be out of the home that they all grew up in, and all of the children get together and they're trying to win over the landlord and trying to get him to like them enough that he will let them stay. And he has this very mysterious life. Nobody ever sees him. He's really mean and grouchy. He's always yelling out of the window at the kids, and he just seems like a really horrible person. So they are really, really scared to try to win him over, but they know they have a week to do it and they want to stay in their home. So it's really an interesting story, and I just want to show you guys like the inside pages are really cool because they have a map of where they live, and I just think the book itself is very beautifully done. Like the cover is also really nice. So yes. You want to say something? Go ahead.
I remember, not this Christmas, but last Christmas, I could not fall asleep for some reason. And at that point, I wasn't really like reading the Harry Potter books or anything. So my mom gave me this book to read.
You started reading this?
Yes, you gave it to me to read.
I forgot about that. Okay, and did you like it?
Yeah.
That's funny. Did it help you fall asleep?
Kinda.
Yeah? All right, so I have a few more to get through. I'll try to get through them quickly. So for the book that has a silhouette on the cover, I chose this book, which I actually recently purchased, and it's called Inside Out and Back Again by Hannah Lay. And this won a Newbery Honor Award and a National Book Award. So this book sounds really, really interesting. I'll just read to you quickly the synopsis of it. For all of the 10 years of her life, Ha has only known Saigon, the thrills of its markets, the joys of its traditions, the warmth of her friends close by, and the beauty of her very own papaya tree. But now the Vietnam War has reached her home. Ha and her family are forced to flee as Saigon falls, and they board a ship headed toward hope. This is the moving story of one girl's year of change, dreams, grief, and healing as she journeys from one country to another, one life to the next. And what I really like about this book is it is kind of written as a diary. So like every day she writes about what's happening on her journey, and I just think it's going to be a really, really great read. And here is the cover so you can see the silhouette of her in the tree, and I think it's going to be a really good story, so I'm excited to read that. And then for the decade that you were born in, so it's close enough. I couldn't find anything from the 70s. I was born in the 70s. I'm sorry to say how old I am. But I actually, okay, so this really, I got really ambitious and read this one already. This was written in 1967, and I just felt that I had to mention it because it is The Snow Ghost by Beryl Nethercliffe. And actually the first print of this book was 1973, and that is the year that I was born, so I'm telling you guys how old I am. But this is one of the best books that I have read in a very, very long time, and it follows children who are living with their aunt because their parents leave them for the winter, and they stay in this old estate, and it's just full of ghostly encounters, time travel, hidden passageways, like all of the magical and mystical and wonderful things that you want in a child's story is in this book. So had to mention it, and it really qualified because the first print was the year I was born. But what I am actually reading right now and started this morning is a book that was actually recommended to me by one of you guys, so thank you. And this is Jennifer, and my name's Jennifer, so like, you know, that's cool. It's Jennifer Hecate Macbeth, William McKinley, and me, Elizabeth. And this is by E.L. Konigsberg, and it is a she is a two-time Newbery Medal winner, and this also won, obviously, a Newbery Award. And this follows a girl who is an only child. I believe she's also about 10 years old. Most of the books I read are about children your age, Madison. And she is walking through the woods, going to school, and she meets a witch who I believe is also a ghost. She's dressed as like a pilgrim, and she becomes friends with this witch, and the witch is teaching her all about witchcraft. And it starts on Halloween, and I actually purchased this book to read during Halloween, but then I get so excited to read so many like adult spooky books at Halloween time that I didn't get to it, so I figured now's a great time to tackle it. I think you would really like this book because it's about like witches and witchcraft, and it just seems I'm probably gonna read this like in a day because I started it at like 6 o'clock this morning and I'm almost done. I'm halfway through it. It's really, really good. I love it. And finally, for fairy tale or fairy tale elements, I have Rabbit Hill by Robert Lawson. This is also, I believe, a Newbery winner. And Rabbit Hill is about a bunch of talking animals, so I figured that would be considered like a fairy tale element, right? Talking bunnies and animals and things. Basically, they live around this old farmhouse, and a new family is moving in, and they are all really getting anxious about what the family is going to be like and how they're going to treat them, and if they're going to like this family. And I really don't know too much about it, but it seems like it's going to be a fun read, and I just think the bunny is so cute. And that is everything that we are going to read for Middle Grade March. It's going to be a lot of reading.
Wait, how many books do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books, and I only have 3.
Yeah, but guys, take into consideration the 870-page book, because that in itself is enough to qualify for Middle Grade March.
It's heavy too.
And the Harry Potter books also, I feel like the deeper you get into them, the more they weigh towards young adult rather than middle grade, because I just feel like they get more intense, and
especially the last one.
Yeah, I don't even know that I will ever read the Deathly Hallows, because now that I finally allowed myself to watch all the movies before reading all the books, I don't know if I'm going to read the Deathly Hallows unless it's nicer in the book than it is in the movie. Probably not. So anyway, that is Middle Grade March 2021. Yay! We did it. No, we didn't do it yet. We're gonna do it. And if you guys are interested in seeing a follow-up, and we can tell you all about like what we thought about the books that we read, let me know in the comments below. And I'm sure that Madison would be happy to join me in making another video and talking about the books that we read, if you guys want to see that. So yeah, Thank you guys so much for watching. And don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, do all of the things. Madison has a question of the day before we say goodbye.
I do?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let's think. I'm trying to think. Okay, so I have 2 questions actually, because my mom just told me one and I came up with one. So my mom asks.
Okay, so this is awkward. So if you are participating, let me know what you are reading, or let me know if you have a great middle grade book that you just absolutely love and you would recommend for someone to read if they are participating in this challenge.
If you are reading like any series of books, what's your favorite series? Like the Harry Potter series, like other series, like the Fantastic Beasts books, like just any kind of book series.
That's a really good question, Madison. All right, I knew you had a good question. You just had to get it out. I knew it was in there. All right, guys, that's going to be it for real. We will see you all next time, and I'm excited to hear about the books that you're reading too. Take care. Bye.